going on, guys? I'm Victor of Skylands, and today I bring you another ranking video. Today, as you saw from the title, I will be ranking the top 5 worst villains from the Skylanders gaming franchise. And it is about a week till Christmas, so how about we spice this up a little bit? Ready? Oh, there we go. There we go. We feel a little bit more festive now. We got about 10 days till Christmas. I'm feeling it now. I'm feeling holly and jolly as they can get. But let's get to the rankings. So coming in at number 5 is, sorry to let you guys down. I know a lot of people love him, but Gulper. I like Gulper as I don't know, his attitude, but I hate the fact that they made him really intentionally dumb. And all of his motives are dumb. He just wants to drink soda and get bigger. That's it. That's it. And it's so easy to defeat him. All you do is push a smelly vat of soda towards him. And he's so dumb he doesn't realize it, that it's suction eel flavored instead of whatever the ambrosia cooler one. And I think he could have been a very good Skylander. If they would have just made him a water trap master instead of who are the water trap masters? Instead of Let's Go Lobstar, because I like Snapshot more. So if they could have made Gulper a Skylander, I think they could have done a way better job than they did for him as a villain. I agree, he's a cool guy to have around, but not a good villain. Oh, what are you guys doing? Oh, you thought I was doing this alone. Oh no, we have today Ignite the Fire. We have Ignite the Fire himself to help me out with the top 5 worst villains. So Ignite, off to you.
Yo guys, I've got a spark which I'm going to use to ignite the fire for a brand new collaboration. This time it's alongside Saving Skylands for our top 5 worst villains. Now I have a Spider-Man shirt on because I'm all prepped for No Way Home, which no doubt by the time this video goes live the film would have been out already. But Spider-Man, bit of attention here because it has nothing to do with number 4 that I am picking out, because number 4 is made in dedication to Mastermind. Boy, Mastermind is just hot garbage. I don't much like the supporting villains. I prefer it when villains can just hold their own and deal dumb, stupid damage to enemies very quickly. You know, characters like Taekwondo Crow who can deal 300 damage with each sword swing. Those are villains that I like. But when it comes to Mastermind, not only does he have weak attack power, but also all he does is take control of enemy minds. And even then, the attack doesn't work half of the time because Trap Team is just such an unpolished game. And so it's just not fun to take control of enemies. Blastermind is another example. So it just goes to show that there are 2 instances where we can control the minds of enemies. In both cases, they suck. It's just a gimmick that doesn't work. You could so much more easily get a villain that summons in their own things, like the Chompy Mage summoning in Chompies, and that's far more fun than just controlling the mind of one. So yeah, Mastermind sucks just because I don't like his concept. His design is incredibly weak too, that I've got to mention until this very moment in time. His attacks just don't hit very hard, and he's just not a fun supporting villain. Lacking in originality, to be perfectly honest.
Now coming in at number 3, I am very conflicted by this one because there's a great version and a terrible version. And the terrible version was introduced first in SWAT Force, and that would be Captain Cluck. I do not like Captain Cluck from SWAT Force at all. He did come with the Tower of Time pack, so he wasn't in the main story. But if you had Tower of Time, you played it, and he's one of the most just stupidly motivated villains ever. You know what his motivation is? Bells. Bells ringing. So he's just motivated to steal this Tower of Time and freeze time because he's tired of hearing bells. And he's one of the easiest villains to defeat because you always get the time stopper things and you can literally just stop it, use Drobot, and obliterate him in one turn. It's so easy. Super flawed. And just not a good villain with any good motives at all.
And now I get to do number 2, which for me is going to be from Trap Team yet again. We're talking about Rage Mage. How bad this guy is makes me rage. So at least the name is accurate, but that's about where my compliments for this villain begin and end. Rage Mage. Everything that was crappy about Mastermind you can multiply it by 10, because with Rage Mage, all he does is create this little orb that makes your Skylander travel faster and hit slightly harder. Hitting slightly harder I like, but for travelling faster, it can be useful if you're slow, but if you're fast, you're all of a sudden going too fast and you wind up out of control and getting hit by enemies more often than not. Plus, to initiate it, you need to swap to a villain, swap back to the Skylander. It's just such a long and tedious process. For primary attack, whilst well animated, I do like how he does kind of like this corkscrew. Again, it's weak, and because it travels in a single direction, anything involving crowd control is straight out the window. So Rage Mage is useless when it comes to crowds in combat, and his support move isn't even that good a support move. There are way better support moves in the game. Even controlling the minds of enemies from Mastermind is better than that, and I was really saying something considering how much Mastermind also sucks. But yeah, that pretty much does it for my input into this video. I want to thank Skylanders again for having me on. It was a huge blast to make this video, and until the next moment arises, peace!
So coming into the #1 spot as the worst villain ever in the Skylanders franchise, gaming franchise, we have Drill X.
Don't you even dare! Drill X is the perfect villain and you know it. Don't you even think about it. That was a horrible, horrible choice. Now go choose another.
I'll choose another. So at #1 as my actual least favorite, worst villain ever in the Skylanders gaming franchise is the Sheep Mage. The Sheep Mage is horrible. Clear ripoff of Chompy Mage, who is a perfect villain. Well, not really, but perfect in liking them. They're just a plain ripoff. They just replaced Chompies with sheep. They used the same exact voice pretty much, just lowered it a little bit. It's just a clear ripoff, and I don't have a ton to pick at because he's literally just a ripoff. That's all. Just reused content because Chompy Mage was in the game before in Giants. And then Chompy Mage came back, thank goodness. And they left Sheep Mage behind. They buried him and got rid of him because
He was a ripoff.
So there you guys go. That is me and Ignite the Fire's top 5 worst Skylander villains in the Skylanders gaming franchise ever. Top 5. Another one for you guys. Thank you, Ignite the Fire, for coming on my channel once again. If you guys haven't seen, I also did a collab last month with Ignite the Fire, so if you haven't seen that, make sure you go check it out. It was NPCs that would make great Skylanders, so that was a fun video to do. Other than that, make sure you subscribe to Ignite the Fire. I'll put his link in the description, along with at the end of the video if you don't feel like going to the description. And make sure you subscribe here. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys soon.